Hello and welcome to my craft room. I'm Donna and this is my Harley. Just look at that face. Just look at that face. He is at least part Pomeranian. Oh, my baby. Uh, he's been hanging out with me a lot still. Um, I just can't think looking at that face. He probably will get down here in a minute because I'm going to be moving around quite a bit. I worked a little bit on my Friendmas. I've got 4 squares on, and I've got enough to finish the second row. I've decided on a couple of things I want to do for the bingo card. I stopped doing my Jada and Stitches mile a minute blanket, but I do have one more strip, and it'll be just the right size to make a shawl for my granddaughter, who's already claimed it. Get a drink of coffee. Speaking of my granddaughters, my daughter and the youngest granddaughter gave me this. Aren't they adorable? I love them, I love them, I love them. They're ornaments, but they're not going on the tree this year. What I'm thinking about doing is next year putting a small tree back there somewhere and putting some handmade ornaments and some of just my favorite thing ornaments like those. Just can't. Would you looking at me? You're just too sweet. He's a good boy. I did bring in my projects from the bedroom. I have not worked on this since I last recorded, but I wanted to show you where I am. It's a poncho. It's just a simple V-stitch poncho with I showed you the cake just like it that I'm using. I don't know if one's going to be enough. Oh, my hands just don't work anymore. That's how much I've got left. It may be enough because I'm thinking my younger granddaughter might want this. I was going to keep it for myself, but the younger one might want it. Here, I've done a few rows on this blanket. It's folded in half. I've done a few rows in there, and I will put a marker right there to mark my progress so you can see how much I'm actually getting done. And it's not a lot. The Crojo ideas are coming back, but I still am not doing a whole lot. My husband plans on putting a TV back here. He's going to put it right up there on that wall, right above this right here. It'll be up there. Not that far back. It'll be back this way. So he's wanting me to spend more time in my room so that I'll use up some of the yarn I've got instead of it just hanging out back here by itself, which would be a good thing. And then I mentioned that I got a craving to knit a hat, And as I was knitting on it, I loaded up one of Mrs. Hootie Hootenton's videos, and she was knitting hats. And I says, girl, we're always thinking just alike. And I'd used the Big Twist. It's Orange Turquoise Multi, I believe is the name. And I finally, it's just a Ross hat. I did the 3x2 rib, just like he recommends. I like the way this brownie part, that, as you may know, I love brown. Brown and purple are my two favorite. I love about every shade of brown and about every shade of purple. Seems like there's something else other than making granny squares. Working on that green blanket is really all I've worked on. Of course, it was just Friday when it was Thursday or Friday when I made that video, so it's only been a few days. So I guess that isn't bad to only get that much done. Hopefully when, it's just an old shawl that I made. I used the Mexicana in black. I enjoyed it. Oh yeah, that's something else. I knew there was one more thing. I love these cards. They come in so handy. That's some dark chocolate. That's like 98% chocolate. Dark chocolate. I never did get around showing two backpack buddies that Terry was making back in Vlogmas. This is one of my favorites, a sloth. And I can go ahead and put him over here with the others. I still want to get back to making these. I want to finish what I started. And then there's the bee. There are two more that are laying in bits on my desk. There's the minion and the firefly. Its wings are laying up here, its body's back there. That one, all I have to do is sew it on. And I've got 1.5 arm maids for the minions, and then make its feet, and it's ready to go. I gotta make another basket for bingo. I like making baskets with my bulky yarn. It's a good way to use up scraps. You do 3 scrap balls, and when one ball ends, you just tie another scrap ball on, doesn't matter the color, and then you knit those 3 strands together if you're using worsted. And no matter what yarn you use, it just comes out beautiful with all them colors going through it. Here's the Jaden stitches that I got done. That's going to make a nice little shawl for my grandbabies. I planned on making it a blanket and putting it in the grandkids' bedroom to go over one of their beds. I figured my younger grandson would like it because he likes blue, a little bit of green. And my very youngest, no, he's not the youngest Gigi, he's the oldest Gigi. He likes blue, green, and yellow. We'll have to do something for him. One of the squares is make a Christmas present, and I really need to make him something else. I bought a doll, a 16-inch doll, 17-inch doll. The one from Walmart's the one I got. And I made a bunch of clothes for it. So that's pretty good for the younger Gigi. I was planning on having their blankets done by Christmas, but that ain't happening. I'm thinking about when I get done with some of what I'm working on, like the granny squares, I'm thinking about just making some granny squares, plain granny squares, to go in the older Gigi's blanket. Not have faces in every square. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I'm thinking about just making some extra ones. That way I can go ahead and get it done quicker. I've already got the girl Gigi's blanket all sewed together, except for new squares. It needs some more new squares. What I possibly could do is make plain squares and just connect them around the edges. Possibly. Or just go around it like a big old granny square because it's already in a rectangular shape. I don't know. I got some ideas there. The problem is my brain's getting the Crojo back, but my hands aren't wanting to cooperate. I'm getting ideas. That's a good thing. I wasn't getting ideas there for a while. You just laying there being a good boy. Well, I'm glad you got to meet my last baby. Oh, oh, oh. There, give a better look at him. Are you going to lay back? He's bad about that. He'll just lay back. Like a baby. There. Don't you want to lay down? Well, Harley and I are going to let you go. I'll see you hopefully next week. I'm not too sure about him. Depends on if he's in the mood or not. You know, such a precious baby. Well, anyway, I had fun. I hope you did too. And hopefully we'll see you soon. You take care and don't forget to love each other. Bye-bye. Still not doing it. Let's see if 3 times are a charm.